Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Something I realized after last episode is that I have the 20 bravery that was enough to get Dis to eat a worm. But if I have 20 bravery, that also means I can unlock expeditions and do legitimate leaving the colony, right? So I better clear that up with Tonin before I forget. Hey! You step cautiously through the colony gates. Hey there, kiddo. Uncle Tonin blocks your way with a smile. I'm afraid expeditions is off limits for now. It's not safe out there for kids. You better toughen up so you can join the squads when you're older. I'm brave enough. Well, so you are, Uncle Tonin exclaims, standing back to admire you with pride. You know, I'd say you might be having a growth spurt, Solane. They better watch out for you in the sports ball field. Oh. I said I was brave, and he's talking to me like I said I was tough. Little bug there. Listen, he tells you. I can see that you're a tough cookie, and I'd love to have you on my surveyor team in the future, but you'll have to wait a few more years first. Come see me when you're older, okay, kiddo? Dejected, you drag your feet as you walk back through the gates to safety. Well, there's still just a secret way out through the drain pipe near the garrison. If the adults won't let you visit the Valley of Vertigo or the subaqueous swamps or the other cool places older surveyors get to go yet, you could still sneak through there to explore just outside the colony walls. Well, we have an inn. We have an inn for later, at least. That's good. Alright. I don't know if I want to sneak out just yet, though. I mean, I still feel like we need to get our biology up a little bit. So, let's study. Oh no, that's... Why do I keep going to geoponics when I want to study? Because I'm like, oh, that's the biology place. This week in biology class, you're learning about predators and prey. I don't remember if we've seen this already. Professor Hal brings up a picture of a hopeye on the holoprojector and asks, who can tell me what special thing hopeyes do when they see a predator? Tang's hand shoots up. They hop away very quickly. That's why we called it a hopeye. That's true, but not what I was getting at. Tang stammers and looks upset, like she can't believe she got something wrong. Hal scans the class again. Anyone else? Solane? I feel like I wasn't able to do this last time. Is this because I have high animals and I've actually interacted with hopeyes? They thump on the ground to warn others. You've seen hopeyes out in the wild, yes, and you know they're very communal animals. One wouldn't run away without warning the others first. Then they all hop away very quickly. That's right, Hal smiles. Solane sounds like he might have met one before. Tang gives you an appraising look. Maybe she didn't expect this from you. Cool. Damn, we got some good cards now. We got 2 yellow 4s, a yellow 1, and then we can just have a 3 of a kind here. Yeah, I think that's as good as we can do. Yeah. 3 biology. Our stress is getting up there. Maybe we want to relax before we leave. Although we might not be able to leave during glow. I didn't mean to talk to Tang. We might not be able to leave during glow. And you know, since it's the first glow, it might give us like an inordinate amount of stress. So let's not bother either leaving or trying to decrease our stress. Let's just do some more stuff. Let's play sports ball. When there's no sports ball game on, the security teams who train nearby use the field to practice with long-range rifles. As you show up to sports ball practice, Com is helping take down the net. Sorry, kiddos, he says. Rhett wants us practicing with the big guns today, and we can't have you running around the place. The bullets in these drone rifles are heat-seeking, and even though they're programmed to avoid human targets, safety first. He has so many freckles. I love it. I love a character design with a lot of freckles. But today was supposed to be our day to have the sports ball field, Cal complains. You soldiers don't even want to play sports ball, you just want to shoot your dumb, noisy guns. Already a pacifist at the tender age of 12, is he 12? think he's a little older than us. Anemone bounces over. Hello? They have more than just huge guns. They have cool stun gloves that are like magic lightning arcing out of your fingertips. It's super galactic. Cal shakes his head. That's not the point. Standing up for something. I mean, even though we're a very different soul than we were last time, I still think that Solane is not down with the soldiers necessarily. So let's stand up to them. Yeah, bravery. You rip the net out of Calm's hands and start putting it back up. Anemone looks nervous. Here comes Security Chief Rhett. He looks scary, angry Solane. I love the art in that card too. Look at Anemone's hair. Don't back down. You stand your ground when the security chief tries to intimidate you with his loud voice and his big chest. Today was your day to use the field. Rhett sees the fire in your eyes, and after a minute he laughs and gives in. You're a tough one, huh, Solane? He says, a twinkle in his eyes. Okay, you're right. Today was your day to use the sports ball field. Calm, we'll have to train with something else today. Huh, that wasn't so hard. Rhett is a cool guy for a soldier. He didn't stand up to Loom ultimately, but he at least didn't agree with him, and that's not nothing. Okay, these are kind of sucky cards, but we can work with it. Alright, how about this? I think that's pretty good. Yeah, having this set the 0 to a 1. We can make this a 2 of a kind, but that doesn't make it better. So, yeah, and we get a bonus for flushes. So, trying to make like 2 of a kinds and pairs, like, not that important. We got the best possible score. The days have been getting shorter, with only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning you wake in the darkness and have to check your holopalm to know what time it is. You see a holostream from Mars. Good morning to all my pals, if you can even call it morning. They've named it glow season because, like, everything is crazy glowing out there in the dark. I am staying the heck inside for the next month. What's the point even going out if you can't see anything? It's going to be a long, boring month. No way, it looks cool out there. Yeah, we love exploring the planet. You peek out the window. The wormhole is the biggest you've ever seen it, like a massive fiery ring in the sky. The planet must be very close to it now. And out in the jungle, something new is taking place. The plants are flowering, glowing iridescent blooms, and everything is full of life. There are strange new sounds, long hooting calls and gurgling roars. After Mars's message is a notice from the council warning everyone to stay safe inside. Tammy's dad and the other surveyors have been called back and the gates closed for the month. There's a tension in the air, as if everyone is waiting for something. Alright. It's glow. Anyone have anything to say to me? Oop, I got some crystal clusters. We can try giving that to people. Even though Nami isn't here yet. Because someone else might like them. Or we could use them to, like, actually help us with the challenges. We're gonna get a lot of stress just from the glow attacks, so I'm not gonna bother resting now. So what are our options? Probably not sneak out, because the door is closed. Let's see, I think I've always avoided this door during glow. You're way too scared to go outside during glow season, besides the gates are closed. Yeah, I figured. So we could study. We could try babysitting, but I don't know. Maybe not. Can we play sports ball? We can. We can play sports ball. And maybe that's the best because it gives us... It doesn't matter how much stress we get. We're going to be maxed out. Let's get our biology up. Tang is absent almost all this month. Hal explains that Chief Engineer Instance has asked for Tang's help with a few experiments. Because you're judged on what you know, not what you prove you've learned in class, many older students choose to skip class and instead get hands-on experience in their field of interest. Tang's been working closely with Instance since he was just a kid. Haha, awesome cards. +1 to card to right. Okay. In that case... No, we should put this here. Make it a flush. And then this will make it a bigger flush with the random whatever. And this won't add anything, so maybe we'll do this and make this a flush as well. Although, yeah, it doesn't actually matter. We get 19 either way. Alright. The endless dark of glow season must be getting to you. You've been having nightmares. Something is coming, something bad is about to happen. A dreadful mantra repeats in your head. Yep, we're all maxed out. You're hardly even surprised when the emergency sirens start up. You peek out the gates. Yes, they should be closed, but they're open, just as you dreamed or remembered, but the details are foggy. There were monsters. The closest assembly point is the children's creche, but from the opposite direction you hear shouting and loud popping noises. Gunfire. Is the colony under attack? We're brave now. We're brave, so we can help out whenever the animals attack. The Xenos. And this is definitely a better card than this, so... Help fight. Heroic, you're still pumped from the last attack. +1 to all physical skill increases for 3 months. Neat. And we gain a lot of stress, but it's okay. You'll try your best to be brave and fight back. First you dodge some helpful grown-ups who point you back to the creche. Then you head outside to get your bearings. You can hear yelling from the stairs to command, and a commotion to the southeast, at Geoponics where your parents are working. Command or Geoponics? We don't care about our parents, let's go to command. Security Chief Rhett and 3 officers are defending the door to the command wing. They're too busy to notice you, because a terrifying insectoid creature is slashing at them with its razor-sharp forelegs. The monster kicks one of the officers and her rifle flies out of her hands. It skitters across the ground towards you. Should we throw the rifle back to her? That feels like it would backfire. Maybe run away. You scurry back to the creche, where Tammy and Dis are hiding. You hear more gunfire and yelling, but within half an hour they play the all-clear tone. Oh, poor Tammy! Look at her crying sprite. It's so sad. Tammy's dad, Tonin, is first through the door as the lights come back on. He gives Tammy a huge hug and she bursts into tears again. Maybe we need to get our combat up. In order to actually do stuff during the attacks. You're relieved when your parents arrive with an ashen-faced Cal. They won't talk about what happened at Geoponics. After 2 weeks of darkness with the blue sun barely skimming the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened or how the creatures got in. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile, others were species nobody had seen before. Something had driven them to assault the colony. At least nobody was killed this time. Yeah, I need some time off, I know. Childhood is fleeting, yeah, I know that. I gained quite a bit of friendship with Dis. Some with Tang, some with Anemone. Some with Tammy, some with Cal. Got a lot of cards. A lot of stress, and a lot of rebellion. Are we maxed out at rebellion yet? Not quite. Alright. Does anyone want to talk to me in the aftermath of that scariness? Dad does. Oh, and a medicinal root. Give that to Tang, but I don't know. You're looking a little worn out, my little firefly. Her dad greets you looking concerned. Despite what your mom might say, there is such a thing as too much work. Maybe some R&R over in the lounge would help recharge those solar cells. What do you say? I'm fine, thanks. Your dad smiles patronizingly. Uh-huh. I know what that kind of stress looks like, he says. You and your mom are the same. Never admit you're having a hard time. Yeah, that's what's gonna kill her eventually. Yeah, it's no good. He pats you on the shoulder. I just worry about you, kiddo. Take care of yourself. Alright. We're gonna rest now, but as soon as we're all better, we're gonna go exploring again. Look around the lounge. Some friends are here. Who do you hang out with? I think we're getting closer with Anemone in this playthrough. Hey, friendo, Anemone says. I was just gonna get out of here, but you can come with me. I'm gonna play some sports ball. So much for relaxing. Hey, we got combat. Anemone grabs you by the arm and marches you to the sports ball pitch, where she strikes up a game of sports ball that is not strictly regulation. You make up your own rules, even roping your 3 younger brothers into playing. They're young and they kind of suck at stuff, but it's still fun. Yay. Alright, let's forget this baby memory. Yes. So much has happened. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. They're training new members and keeping close walk in the gates, reinforcing the walls, installing robotic turrets. In class you have drills on what to do if the colony is attacked again. And you forgot today was your birthday. Your parents haven't forgotten. They wake you up early with enthusiastic shouts of surprise. And now they explain how the calendar works. 2nd month of quiet is our birthday. Sparks snow drifts slowly past your porthole window as you snuggle with your dad. Your mom climbs up too. And we got a bobber fruit. Your dad pulls a bowl of fruit from behind his back with a flourish, like a magic trick. At least you think it's fruit. What are those? Bobber fruit, your dad grins. The foragers have been picking these just outside the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty. Try one. You take a cautious bite. The pulp is soft and tastes a bit like lemon, only more blue. I bet you can't wait to join the surveyors out there. Who knows what else you'll find. Solane is not allowed outside the gates. It's too dangerous for kids. Well, I know, but eventually. But not now. Not since the attack, not with everything we know is out there now. I don't think we helped. How are we even supposed to get our combat up at age 10? There are no activities that boost it. Is it stuff I didn't do outside the walls? I don't think we're gonna share our past life things with other people. The delusions card could be interesting later on, but later on as I keep playing the game, but I don't think we're gonna go for this -1 wild card now. Being a wild card might be good, but it's not worth it. You knew about the monsters, admit it. Your parents exchange a heavy look. I hate you, reach 100 rebellion skill. I got an achievement for that. The surveyors knew there was something dangerous out there that we hadn't encountered yet, your mom admits, after a guilty silence. We didn't know it would attack the colony. We thought if we closed the gates and stayed inside, it wouldn't see us as a threat. We didn't want to scare everyone, your dad adds. It was just a precaution. Even still, your mom says, it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. To be clear, this includes knowing when to run away, your dad adds. Security Chief Rhett's offering self-defense lessons at the garrison, you know. Even for kids. If you're interested, you should drop in sometime. And I know your friend Dis has been sneaking outside the wall, she says. If I catch you doing that, I'm going to put a chip in your ear. You laugh. What a good joke. Your mom doesn't laugh. It's probably not that dangerous. Let's not admit that we've been doing that. Not that you would ever do it. We already have. But if other kids are out there, how bad could it be? This argument does not win you any favors with your mother. Alright. We have 2 months left to take advantage of this physical skill boost. We should take defense training to try and get our combat up, I think. Maybe we should try... No, I don't think I want to try any of these collectibles out yet. I want to try giving different things to different people. Maybe this would like the bobber fruit. We're trapped here. I hate it here. I hate it here. The bobber fruit won't be useful to us because we don't really deal with the blue cards. Okay, he didn't like that, but it gave us friendship with him at least. Yeah, we should probably get our defense up. Oh, and it gives us animals, too. Yeah. You attend your first session of Security Chief Rhett's self-defense classes. It's a small class, mostly security officers and other adults. You and Anemone are the only kids. She gives you a wink and a cheesy thumbs up as you listen to Rhett rant about how everyone in the colony needs to learn self-defense. You could be walking along thinking you're safe within the walls, and a flying animal could swoop out of the sky. Then what would you do? Rhett chops the air with his hand. I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to chop that beast right in the throat. Hi-ya. He points at the assembled class. But only if you learn what I'm about to teach you. And the only way to learn is by doing. Who wants to volunteer for a demonstration? Me. I'm brave. The security chief doesn't scare you. Or so you pretend. Rhett is like the biggest adult you know. And he's so intense. You step forward and Rhett nods as he crouches down. Okay, he says. I'm a manticore stalking you through the forest. What do you do? I feel like this is the wrong answer. But I'm gonna say it because... Solane is a bit foolhardy. I don't think he's the sharpest tool in the shed. I kick it in the face. You try to kick Rhett as he approaches you. He easily grabs your foot and flips you onto the mat. Ouch! Wrong. Use your brain, Solane. The first thing you do is call for help, then you run. Rhett grabs your forearm and hauls you off the ground. Hey, Anemone like that. Only engage with the enemy when there's no other alternative. No one walks away from a fight without getting hurt, so the first rule of self-defense is to not put yourself in situations where you need to fight. Anemone still thinks you're cool for acting tough. She gives you another thumbs up. Once you've learned situational awareness, we'll move on to hand-to-hand self-defense, drawing on a variety of martial arts. Only when I'm confident that you're ready will we advance to weapons. There aren't that many weapons in the colony, mostly stun gloves and batons with a few plas rifles. You hope you don't have to use them, but it'll be good to know how. Okay, battle conditions. Yeah, okay. We can make a card physical. So I think we're gonna want to do that like this. Yeah. Let's make that a flush and then put in the 4 card for good measure. It wasn't quite the best possible score, but we still got a lot of points out of that because of our buff. Okay. And now I think we'll leave the walls. We'll leave and explore. Because I think we can get a lot of boost to physical stats outside. Okay, Tonan's dialogue has changed. Want to look at the map of the bestiary, little one? I can't let you outside, you're too young for that. Has the bestiary been updated? It has not. Let's sneak out. Oh boy. That's a big scary thing. Should we approach it? Yes. There in the clearing, the most majestic creature you've ever seen. It's like a unicorn from your dad's storybooks, but with leathery reptile skin that shines when the light hits it. It moves so softly, like it doesn't even disturb the ground. It could be dangerous, but you want to see what it does. Be as quiet as possible. Okay. 2 of a kind and the 4. Yeah. 4 of a kind. And a flush of 3. And now we can just do whatever the heck we want. Sweet. It wasn't even the best score we could have gotten. We're very perceptive, though. And we gain animals. As you settle in to watch from behind a strand of mush trees, the Unisaur looks up towards you, startled by your movement. You try to hold perfectly still and quiet your breathing. After a tense moment, it goes back to its business. First, it sniffs out a good tree and rubs the scent glands in its neck against it thoroughly. Then it pees, like a crystal waterfall. Beautiful. On a rock. Everything it does seems magical. You quietly take a picture with your hollow palm, but you know you can't share it, or you get caught for sneaking out. Even more animals. Dang! Next, it sharpens its horn against a rock, which is scored with a mark from having done this before. This must be its favorite sharpening rock. You notice the bulge in its stomach. It must have had a huge meal recently. Eventually, it curls up for a nap. You quietly sneak away. This was so wonderful, for Tumna is a magical place. Oh, I love it. Okay, we got stress out of that, but we also lost some stress. No more events over here. A root, though. Uh-oh. Tonan's over there. Maybe we don't want to go near him. Maybe we just want to do this. The unseen path dips under your feet, engulfing you up to the hip in a large drift of fresh spark snow. You lose a boot while floundering in the snowbank, and have to spend some time digging it out. Let's get our boot. I'm feeling cocky. Okay. Do we want to go for two of a kind or a flesh? Well, we're going to want to use this card either way. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then it doesn't really matter what we do. Probably not the best score we could have gotten, but... Gain memory, playing in the snow. You tunnel through the weird snow, popping your head up at regular intervals to see where you're going. Some funny creatures pop out of the snow to say hello. They look like pillbugs, and are only about the size of your thumbnail. They appear to be eating the snow, not you, so you leave them alone. Every so often, they square up with each other and emit a tiny burst of flames. You can't tell if it's an intimidation tactic or a mating display. You'd heard the snow was flammable. Huh, neat. It's called spark snow. Of course. Alright. Oh, log. Get that log. There's Tonin. Alright, our stress is getting up pretty high. And we gained a lot of perception and animals from that, so I think it might be time to go back. Let's go home. Yes, go home. Yay. Alright, is this buff gonna go away? I think it is. Yeah. Another log. I think we tried the logs with this, so... no use trying to give that back. I think we can get a card from Dad with animals. Help him with the animals, yes. Lassoing a float cow. +1 for each gem and other cards. Your dad is working with the float cows. One of them is sick and isn't producing enough urine as ballast, and it keeps wanting to float away. Your dad is building a spike so that he can tie her down until she feels better. Hey, you hold on to the leash, feeling like a little kid with a balloon. A big, woolly, gassy balloon. It looks down at you with placid, unblinking eyes. You can see yourself refracted in them. Weird. Neat! Yay! Alright, what should we do? I have so many collectibles now. I should be using these mushroom logs, but only if we really need to. Would Tammy like a medicinal root? I feel like maybe she would. Tammy wrinkles her nose as she accepts your gift, turning it over in her hands. Oh, what is it? She asked. Is it a present? Thank you, I guess. That's really nice of you. Okay. Let's see, our perception is 56. Jeez. let's study some more. This week in biology class, you're studying sugar bugs. This native species looks like purple marshmallows. Okay, we definitely did this. Let's dissect that cute little sugar bug. I don't really want this card. Okay. You're given a thankfully already deceased sugar bug to work on. The moment your scalpel slices it open, a horrid smell assaults you, sweet like rotting fruit. Yuck! You see Tang trying not to gag too. Defiance. I don't think we can do that. You put your scalpel down and leave the classroom. Nothing could make you be in there any longer than you have to be. Along with Cal, who objected on moral grounds, you're assigned to write an essay about the life cycle of the sugar bug instead. In your studies, you learn that the sugar bug can actually regenerate after being cut into tiny pieces. That's how it reproduces. Your teacher was probably planning to surprise you with that fact. The next morning, the classroom is filled with whole, happy sugar bugs once more. Cute. A card gets +1. Okay. I think we're going to want to put that here, so it's a 4 of a kind. Yeah. Sweet. Awesome. And maybe we should do more defense training. Part of self-defense is training your body so it can be ready for any situation. The security chief has you running laps, jumping through tires, climbing walls, and sprinting back and forth. He has this inverted anti-gravity pad that makes your limbs feel super heavy. When you do jumping jacks on it and then do them again in normal gravity, it feels like you could jump straight back up through the wormhole. It's exhausting, but not that different than sports ball training. Oh, wow. Look at that card. Okay, but the one we get is getting your butt kicked. But it's a 5 card, so that's actually kind of great. This one gets +2 in physical challenges, but this one is always 5, so I'm pushing myself so hard. And we get toughness out of that. You're getting stronger every day, but at what cost? You go home every night and soak your aching muscles, hoping that you won't get hurt as much in the morning. You feel like you're getting your butt kicked. Alright, one card gets +1. So, maybe this one? I think we're gonna want to... This one is making it difficult. Huh. And that's as good as we can do? Let's do this. Still not good enough. Okay. Let's just use our mushroom log then. Hold on. Okay, hack discovered. Set neighbors to this value, this card says. It doesn't say set neighbors to 1. It says set neighbors to this value. So if you change the value of this one, this card on its own, all of its neighbors change value. Okay. Well, I wasted a couple of collectibles figuring that out, but that could be end up being a very useful card if we have the slots that change its value. So, okay. That's a great discovery. We use 2 collectibles and we don't even get the best score. Okay. You're finishing breakfast in the common area when Marzipan struts in. Look at you eating cereal. I bet you don't even know what day it is. It's Valentine's Day. No, you dummy. Mars starts, then pauses and gives you a suspicious look. Wait, what did you say? Well, anyway. Today is St. Valentine's Day. Dis and Tammy wander over to hear more. Back on Earth, it was a day when everybody had to give their best friend a gift, especially sweets. And then you put the sweets under your pillow, and it makes you dream about who you're going to marry. And there are decorations of hearts and arrows and pigs. Tammy cocks her head. Why pigs? Before Mars can answer, Dis snorts. This is dumb. Marzipan just made it up to get free candy. He rolls his eyes and walks away. As he leaves, Mars shouts at his back, well, nobody was going to pick you anyway. You stink. I think it's dumb, too. Mars rolls her eyes. Then go cry under a tree with that smelly nullhead Dis. The rest of us will have friends and candy. Dis, do you want to be my friend? You find Dis watching the jungle through a gap in the fence, kicking the dirt with his toe. He's quiet when you walk up. He must be in one of his moods. Want to be best friends? Well, of course we do, but first I think we're just gonna be quiet with him. You sit and watch the jungle with him for a while. You ask if he sneaks out there often. Dis nods quietly. A few times, yeah. There's a way through behind the garrison building. You both sit in silence again for a long while, until he breaks it by saying, it's really nice out there. Want to be best friends to annoy Mars? You explain that of course you aren't taking it seriously, you just think it would be funny. He looks at you and shrugs. Sure, I guess, he says, then looks back out at the forest. It is kind of funny. It's a stupid thing anyway. Yay. Any collectibles? I just wasted 2. Hey. Mars is in a huff. Nobody picked her. I can't believe you chose Dis over me. Whatever, I'm just too mature for kids my age. The older kids get me, even if you don't. Well, Dis, I'm so sorry I teamed up with her over you last time. It was awfully mean of me, but I'm better now. We're gonna relax. You nestle in the cushions, close your eyes, and listen to music. You have an archive of over 100 years of music to choose from, but still, you wonder what new songs they're writing these days, 10 million light years away on Earth. The only new music you've heard is when the adults have come up with a new space shanty. It's nice. Good music for harmonizing with your friends as you work, but it's not really something you want in your ears all the time. Yeah, let's get rid of crawling. Yeah. Zero-cost cards usually end up being a hindrance. Yes, log. Oh, hey, Dad wants to talk. Dust is a dry, hot season. Both suns are high in the sky. If there's a breeze, it's warm and dusty. Your parents are up every day before dawn, which comes far too early for your liking. They're usually gone by the time you wake up and home after you're asleep, so you have to visit them at work if you want to see them. Good morning, Gooseberry. Her dad greets you cheerfully. Have you come to see the harvest? Your mom and I are gathering crops from an actual Vertumnan dirt this week. Not really. Well, if that doesn't tickle your fancy, next week is the Vertumnalia Festival. There'll be a talent show and a science fair, I'm sure. Jeez, I'm sure you're eager to participate, Solane. Maybe you can win for Best Frowny Face. We're a grumpy, angry little kid. I love it. Of course we get along well with Dis. Yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. Next time we will have our Vertumnalia, probably, and more than likely sit it out like we did before, because we're not a joiner. Until then, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist.